ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Brian Peters here with your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, April the 25th. And what a great weekend this last weekend of April is going to be as we get a great summer 2009 preview. Let's take a look at SkyCam. Here's a look at our Clanton view as we look over to the east and the Tennessee River. And we can see the lights winking out there on the plant just on the south side of the Tennessee River. And then one of my favorite spots, Mount Cheaha, and we can see the sun rising there in the east. The high-pressure system is in the Atlantic, but that is nosing in across the southeastern United States, bringing us some great weather and fairly dry. We're going to see some near-record temperatures today. In the upper atmosphere, we've got a little disturbance that is coming through East Texas, but the upper high and the surface high are keeping that off to our west and to our north. Temperatures are very, very warm. Look at those temperatures this morning, 60s all the way up into the Chicago and eastern Great Lakes area. So quite a mild morning across the central part of the state of Alabama. We're in the 50s for the most part, and there's that little disturbance off to the west. We can see in Texas some rain that is associated with that. The watch warning map is pretty empty this morning, except for a few wind advisories. That's what all those little brown areas are out there. QPF-wise, as James pointed out yesterday, we're going to see the bulk of the rain staying off to our west and northwest as the surface and upper ridge stay strong over the southeastern U.S. Moderate risk out in western Oklahoma today with a slight risk all the way up into the Chicago area. That slight risk extends from South Texas all the way up again to the western Great Lakes area on day 2, and then it shrinks back a little bit, but it stays off to our west and northwest on day 3. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and there's our surface, our upper air high, the ridge that is in place, and this is for Sunday at midday, 1 o'clock, and that is keeping everything off to our west and northwest, and that's the way it's going to be on Monday as the surface high stays anchored in the southwestern Atlantic. The ridge breaks down a little bit on Tuesday, and that's going to allow that cold front to get closer, but not to us on Tuesday. But then on Wednesday, I think it gets close enough to influence our weather and bring us some chance, especially from the Birmingham area northward. And then that chance stays with us on Thursday as the front settles into the area. But as the flow is basically zonal across here, the front's not going to get very far south, and I think the chances for many showers in the Birmingham area are pretty slim. By Friday, the front begins to retreat as a warm front and heads back toward the Ohio River Valley, paving the way for another great Saturday for us. Not this Saturday, but the week from Saturday. Now, let's go out into Voodoo Country, and this is the 5th of May. And lo and behold, it looks like the GFS is suggesting a change in the pattern as we see a trough over the eastern part of the country. And it stays that way for much of the time, but by the 11th, we're getting back into a little more of a zonal flow across the southeastern U.S. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. Expect to have the next one posted by 7:30 or 8 tomorrow morning. Hope that you have a great Saturday, and don't get stressed out by this heat. It is just a summer preview of 2009. Have a great weekend, and Godspeed.